Hello everyone. Today in this video we'll be seeing Advanced Java Programming Practical number 20, which is we need to write a program to update and delete a record from a database. As we already know, we in a Java program can set up a connection with the database. Once a connection is set up, we can execute different types of queries so that we can create a table, we can insert the records, and we can delete the records if required. So in this program, we are required to do the same thing. Now, what do you mean by a update query? Like, what do you mean by update command? Is something like you need to modify the rows, modify the records in a table. Now, consider the example. You are selling certain products on certain sites. So you have a product database, product table. And like suddenly you realize that the price of iPhone 13 Pro has increased. So you want to change the price. For example, initially you have quoted it for 80,000, now you want to sell it for 1 lakh. So you will be using update command to update the price for iPhone 13 Pro. Same way, like there is a possibility like some of the models of phones are outdated or out of stock, so you want to delete those products. So suppose you want to delete iPhone 6, so that time you use a delete query. We can use these queries inside our Java program and like make the desired changes in the database tables. So we'll be seeing first the syntax of this update and delete commands or queries. As we already know that like SQL statements basically are divided into two types, DDL and DML. DML means data manipulation language. So update and delete are DML type of queries. So the syntax of update is you need to write update, then you have to specify the table name, like inside which table you want certain changes. Then you write a keyword set. You can change the value of the columns. For example, I want to change the price, so I'll write set price equal to 1 lakh, where condition will be where the product name is iPhone 13 Pro Max or whatever. You can change the values of more than one column. Okay, and by providing a comma. Similarly, the delete command, SQL command, is like you delete certain row from a table which matches certain conditions. Like in our case, I mentioned I want to delete a product where the product name is iPhone 6. So I'll write delete from product table where condition is where p name equal to iPhone 6. So it will delete all the rows in a table which has product name as iPhone 6. So we'll be seeing a program. So let's quickly go to the notepad. So this is a program. The program contains import statement. The first import and the like only input which is required for database program is import java.sql.star, because this is a package which contains all the connection objects, all the driver managers, all the statements which are required to set up a connection with database, execute the queries, process the results. So this is the only package which is required. We are not creating an applet, so we are not importing AWT or Swing package. It is a normal application program. So we have created a class with the name accessdb. We'll have a main method. So inside the main method, entire program will come. Like within main method, we are required to write a try block. We need to do some kind of exception handling, because sometimes like the program execution depends upon the setup with connection setup with the database. Sometimes database is not readable, not accessible, you don't have sufficient permission to execute queries. So in those situations at runtime some exceptions can occur. So to handle those exceptions, we are using try and catch block. So inside try block we'll be writing everything. So to begin with a program, the first statement always is to identify the driver which we'll be using in a program to communicate with the database. So as we use Microsoft Access, so the driver is JDBC ODBC driver. So we write sun.jdbc.odbc.jdbc driver. Okay. Once the driver is defined, we need to create a connection. So for connection, we need to go to control panel, create a data source name. So which is already been explained. So we'll be specifying here the data source name which we have created in a connection object. So connection con equal to driver manager dot get connection jdbc colon odbc colon data source name. Now once the connection is created, you'll be creating a statement. So statement stmt. Now in this program, what we are doing is like we are doing everything, like everything in the sense we create the table here, we insert the records here, we update the records here. Means we don't create the table and insert the rows from Microsoft Access interface. We do everything over here, starting from creating a table. So the first execute statement is stmt.execute. In round brackets, I am writing a create table query. This is the same SQL query which you use to write in order to create a table. So it is same. Create table. This is the table name, student data. With bracket we have roll number, which is of type number. Name, varchar 20 means 20 characters can be inserted. Third column is address, varchar 30 means 30 characters can be inserted. So this is the table with the 3 columns. Now once you have executed this query, the next step is to insert the rows in this table. So like you can see these 3 statements. These are the statements which are used to insert the 3 rows. So first I'll write insert into student data values. Roll number as 1, name as this, and address as this. What is the name? Bagri, Bagrirath and Rajarappa. Then I have inserted another row with roll number 2, name Arvind Kumar, and this is the address. Same way I have inserted the third row, roll number 3, Saurabh Kumar, Ranchi. Now once the table is created, rows are inserted. Now I want to update. What I want to update is like I want to update the name and address of roll number 1. For example, this is the wrong data which I have. Now I want to replace the name and the address. So for that, we'll be writing this query stmt.execute. In bracket, you'll write update. Which table you want to update? Student data. What columns you need to change? You need to set what? Name. You want to change the name is equal to Kamal Kant. So instead of Bagri Rath, you want to set the name as Kamal Kant. And comma, you want to set the address as Kolkata instead of Rajarappa. But you don't want to change the name and address of all the students. You want to change the address and name of only roll number 1. So you will specify that in a where clause, where roll number equal to 1. So now we have a table, a table with the name student data with 3 rows, roll number 1, 2 and 3. Now I want to print this table. Initially, the roll number 1 has the name as Bagrirath, but now it has the name as Kamal Kant. Now, when I execute a select query, I should get the name as Kamal Kant. Now, in order to display the rows of a table, we use a select query. So, select star from student data. Select query always returns a result set. So, this is the result set RS. The result set contains all the rows which are executed, which are retrieved from the select query. And there is a pointer inside the result set which points before the first row. Like in an array, the pointer points to the zeroth location. The same way in a result set, the pointer points to the row before the first row. So with the help of next method, we can move the arrow to the next row. So we'll check till the rs will have a null value. We keep on printing the rows. Once we reach at the last row, rs will have a value as null and this will stop. So we want to print all the rows. Suppose if I want to print a single row, in that case I'll not use while loop. But when I want to print the entire table, that moment I doesn't know whether the table has 1 row, 10 rows or 100 rows. So it is always preferred to use a while loop there. So while loop rs dot next will bring the arrow to the first row. So we'll print the first row, system dot out dot println roll number. We want to print all three columns. So roll number is rs dot get string 1. 1 means printing column number 1. 2 means printing value of column number 2. 3 means printing value of column number 3. Now what column number 1 has? Roll number. So roll number will be printed. 2 has the name, so name will be printed. 3 has the address, so address will be printed. Now it will again go to the loop. Now pointer will point to the second row. The details of second row will be printed. Same way it will continue till the end of table. Now everything is written inside the try block. We need to close the connection. Then finally we need to close the try block and write a catch block and print if any exceptions are there at the time of running. So what output is expected from this program? When you run this program, you are supposed to get to see, and like there are only SOP lines here. So output will have these lines. So what data is expected? Data of row 1, data of row 2 and data of row 3. Now row 1 data will have the name as Bagrinath, Bagrirath or Kamalkant. It will have the name as Kamalkant because we have already updated the row 1. So let's quickly see the output of this program. I have taken the output, I have executed this program and taken the output in a WordPad so that it becomes easy and quick for you to see the output. So this is the output. Roll number 1, 2 and 3. Kolkata, Ramgarh and Ranchi. It doesn't show you the previous record, it shows you the latest updated record. And here is the table in Microsoft Access. So this Access will have a table with the name student data. Inside the student data, you will see the rows. I have taken the screenshot after executing the program. So roll number 1 has the value as Kamalkant. So this is how you have to execute, you have to write a program, set up a database connection, then execute it and go to database and check whether the changes have been done in actual or not. Because actually you can get the output in a command prompt, but Microsoft Access table should also be updated. So in order to cross check, you need to go there, open the database, open the table and see whether the changes are being done or not. Okay. So that was practical number 20. Thank you.